Man United drop points against West Ham. Carrick's perfect start comes to an end. And no, that lad isn't getting a haircut. But first, let's start off with this match, because heading into this game, Man United were on a 4-game winning streak. And a lot of people were expecting that this was going to be Man United's 5th win in a row. But nope, West Ham does spoil the celebration. It's Man United going down in the second half. And then, yes, Casemiro does level it, but the goal was ruled offside. And then you got Man United just trying to get back in this match, but they just quite didn't look like the same Man United team we had seen over the last couple of days, playing a little bit more pragmatic, just not looking as dangerous as they have been. And I think you have to pretty much attribute that to this is their second game in 4 days, so this is a classic letdown spot here. But I thought that Man United should have gotten done more crosses. They definitely looked a lot better when they had Sesko on. He was giving them trouble. They should have got more crosses into the box. But ultimately, I can't blame this loss on Carrick. I think that he's working with what he's got, and he put Sesko in. But it's up to the players, and this is just one of those spots where Bruno Fernandes looks off, and Bombo looks off, and Cunha looks off. But not much takeaway here. This is still a Man United team that hasn't lost a match in 2026. Is still arguably one of the best teams in form, if not the best team in form in the Premier League. But there's been a lot of questions now about, well, where does Man United go from here with Carrick? Should Carrick still be considered for the job? Does this mean that Carrick shouldn't be the manager anymore? I think people need to pump the brakes here a bit. I think that there was definitely a lot of hype with Michael Carrick and Man United, and I don't think necessarily any of that has changed. I do think that Michael Carrick should still be considered for this job, but it's only been 5 matches. There's still a lot to learn about this Man United team, but one thing we could all agree on is that we've known for a while that Man United can hang with the best teams. We've seen them play against Arsenal, City, Chelsea. There was really no concerns, even under Amorim, that they could rise to the occasion. It's really been playing these mid-table teams, playing on a Tuesday night, being able to win the matches that you're expected to win. And that's really where you earn your points. That's where the Premier League is won. And Carrick still has a lot of work to do. He's got to get the best out of this team. But what can we say about that lad and that haircut? It's not happening. And at this point, I think it's time to pack it in, mate. I think it's 493 days already. And I don't think he's getting it doesn't look like it's happening anytime soon. If we're looking at the calendar, the absolute earliest that he would be able to get a haircut would be March 20th. And look, I mean, at this point, it's starting to become a distraction. We see that reporters are asking Man United manager Carrick and Bruno about the haircut, and they're just trying to, win again. They're trying to get back to the Man United winning way. And then here we are on the cusp of a 5-game winning streak, and we're talking about haircuts. And now we've got dudes not shaving their beards until Man United wins 6 matches. Who knows what's next going to happen? Is somebody gonna stop cutting their nails? Like, who knows? But I think that the lads done a great job. Definitely raised money for charity, but I think we've kind of reached a point where it's become sort of just too much. But I thought that this was still a missed opportunity for Man United. They could have increased that gap against Liverpool. And look, the race for the top 4, Man United is definitely still in it, but it's going to be tough, especially when you're dropping points against a team like West Ham, which I got to give them credit. They are fighting for relegation, but this is a match that Man United is expected to win. And a lot of this really goes back to Ineos not backing Carrick or Amorim. We knew that in January that they should have signed an extra midfielder, that they should have added more depth to this team, but Man United opted to not do that. And then this is kind of the result of that is when you don't add more depth on the team and you got these matches coming up in a couple of days in between, you're going to drop points. So definitely not a lot of blame here on Carrick, but I still think that Man United are favorites to make the Champions League. If you're looking at Chelsea, even Chelsea dropped points. They got a new manager, but it's still very, very up and down. And then with Liverpool, another team that's very inconsistent from week to week, but has definitely looked a lot better than a couple months back when the people were screaming for Arne Slot to be sacked. And right now, Man United, if I'm comparing between Liverpool and Chelsea, I still think that Man United currently is in better form than those teams. So right now, it's theirs for taking to take that top 4. But what did you guys think of this match? Did you guys think that Man United deserved the point here? Did you think that Carrick got it right or wrong? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe.